Wait for some people to get on here because I didn't tell anyone I was going to do this tonight or this afternoon. So see if anyone jumps on. If I can get the comments to come up. So now we've got 2 people on. I've just got my iPad here in case you guys want to ask me any questions or anything. This is a bit random. I didn't really plan to do anything this afternoon, but thought, what the hell, everyone's probably in lockdown doing nothing anyway, so jump on here and yeah, see what yous are all doing. So today I've just been just bumming around the property and did a bit of shooting, and yeah, not too much exciting, but yeah, I can see when the comments start coming up. If you guys can hear me, let me know. So got 6 of yous there. No one's saying anything yet. Aussie tourer, how you going, mate? Sitting on your ass too, yeah. It's gone a bit like that, isn't it? I was going to do some stuff to the truck, to the F250 today, but I just was not motivated to do it, so didn't bother. Andrew Reese, how you going, man? Who else is blind drunk on a Sunday arvo? Yeah, wish I was. I've got no beer and I can't really be bothered to go out and get any either, because it's probably about a good hour round trip for me to actually go and get beer, so yeah, but anyway. Lockdown in Melbourne, yeah. I don't really, I try to stay out of the political side of this stuff as much as I can, but it does become pretty frustrating. It's like, I just don't understand what they're doing. They just don't even know what's going on. None of them do. So, but I thought Melbourne was out of lockdown now. So I know he's went into lockdown 5. He's back in lockdown again. Wilbur, hey mate, how's the lockdown going? Yeah, I know, mate. Yeah, I did a little bit today, a little bit of shooting today, just trying to scope in the 50 cal, and yeah, got her on point. I bought a 50 cal bore sight. I had to buy it from England, or a laser sight, and it got it pretty close, just because the rounds for that thing are like $15 each, so it's it's pretty expensive to just keep taking pot shots and yeah, not be on point. So put that in there, got it all dialed in, so she's all good now. It's something you just can't shoot flat out, because just the percussion through your face, it clears your sinuses. It just yeah, it's pretty awesome. Back in lockdown again. Oh, dude, I'm feeling for you. I got some cool shit planned for the channel, and supposed to be doing a Fraser Island trip coming up very shortly, and unfortunately I don't think it's going to happen. And I've got a big build on a Ram 2500 that I'm about to start doing as well. There's a sneaky plug about that. and unfortunately, that's still on track. I just don't know if anything's gonna happen with getting it built or if it's gonna take too long and stuff. So yeah. Paul, could I do a run over of the patches you have on the roof liner of your truck, mate? Yep, definitely. Yep. I'll chat here for a bit and I might take his out and we'll go outside and I'll go over anything you want to see on the truck or I've got the 78 out there as well. Got big plans for the 78. And I've got the Polaris out there. Unfortunately don't have the Raptor anymore, but yeah, I can definitely show you the patches, mate. Definitely. Aussie outdoor man, stuck on the Central Coast, cooking some beef ribs and having a beer. Yeah, mate, I think that's what I should have done today. I should have got I got my smoker there. I got an electric, is it what's it called? Anyway, it's electric smoker and I've had it for probably 4 or 5 years and I probably haven't done anything since I did those like 2 little cook up videos that I did a while back. So I really haven't done anything with those. Yeah, I should go to the butcher's this week and get some meat and stuff and do another cook up. Are you going to be getting another Ranger Raptor or sticking with the big F250? No, mate, I'm gonna get another Raptor. I'm just waiting to see what happens with the next generation. So if they I'm hoping that Ford goes all out on the next one. And there's, I know, what's his last name? Paul, car expert. Paul that used to work for Car Advice and stuff like that. He did a cool video a little while back about the new Ranger Raptor, the new Everest and stuff, and the new engines that could be coming in those things. So I definitely do want to buy another Ranger Raptor. I've got big plans for my 78 truck. So I've got a phone call with United Speed Shop here in Newcastle tomorrow regarding that. So what we want to do is long term, me and Trev, if you watched the last video on Trev's Ranger Raptor, we want to do a Raptor run. So we actually want to get a bunch of Raptors together, leave the Newcastle area and then head across the Simpson and go and do a whole kind of trip through the desert and then back across to Fink and everything, watch Fink and actually do it as a like a charity sort of thing. See what sort of sponsors we can get. If I can get Ford on board and do a Raptor run of all Raptors and us just going through the desert and stuff, I think that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, definitely gonna get another Raptor. I'm just gonna wait and see what Ford does with the next generation. So hopefully they should be out soon. I think 2022 the next one comes out. So thoughts on Killer Customs 50 Ranger Raptor? Is that Andrew, is that the V8 one that was just done? I can't remember the guy that did it. But I seen that video the other day. Trev was actually talking about it. I think he's pretty sick. Because me and Trev were talking about it when we were away that we should drop a 5-liter Coyote in his Raptor and do some cool videos and stuff. And then as soon as we got back, that video came out. I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about, Andrew. Kato, Jimmy Bling. Hey, mate. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Because I don't have anyone to monetize these, I've got to watch them and do them at the same time. Inspire 4x4, Jacko. Have you made a video on the F truck actually doing tracks and shit? I'd like to see it. Mate, with the F truck, I didn't really build it to do like gnarly, hard sort of tracks. Like done the Simo. Going to be hopefully doing Fraser really soon. Then we're going to be going. I want to do Cape, but it was never designed to go like flexing up gnarly sort of hills and stuff like that. It's just not designed. The thing's huge. And like, I wouldn't even be able to do gunshot, I don't think, if I took it up there because it just wouldn't fit. You've had so many times of like utes and Australian size 4-wheel drives, you go and try and jam a F250 down that thing, and I think I'll just get stuck in like this direction. So yeah, that it's seriously capable, that thing. The issue with that I have with that and doing like gnarly flex sort of stuff is because of the way the conversion's done, where you run the steering box from one side to the other, you've got a bar that runs across to the other side. And unless all that's switched, which I don't think there's any conversion on the market that they actually do that, when you go full flex on one side and you try to steer, your steering linkages can sometimes catch if you're doing like gnarly sort of flex sort of stuff. So yeah, as in doing hard tracks, the F truck I'll probably never really do hard tracks because I didn't build it for that. I was going to buy the 80 series, and unfortunately I had to put that money into the new turbo on the F250 just before we went to Simpson. So unfortunately I couldn't do that. So what were you trying to buy? 200. Most tracks are only cut enough to fit a 200, let alone the F truck. Yeah, well there you go. So yeah, if I was to take the F truck down gunshot, you'd just get stuck like this and wouldn't be able to get out. So glass house. Yeah, I don't know. See, like, I wouldn't want to take the F truck into glass house with the canopy and stuff if I could drop the canopy and then take it up there. But again, it's that steering linkage that I'm worried about, is doing like gnarly, like rock sort of climbs and steps and stuff, that if I'm sort of heaps flexed up, that I could bend that steering link arm that goes from one to the other. So that's why the F truck was more long range, big fuel tanks, to just keep doing big long trips. So not so much the big flexy stuff. So but again, look at, if you're gonna, like, if you're looking to get an F truck, go and look at a bunch of them. That's something I might actually look into, is who actually moves the steering box and stuff to the other side and doesn't have that linkage system, because mine is a Performax truck, so mine does have that. But yeah, I don't know any others that would have changed that linkage, so that way you can get really gnarly flex. Like, it'll flex and stuff. It's just if you're flexing and then you want to do like if you were kind of going up a rock climb and then you were turning at the same time and your wheels are pointing up, if you've got gnarly flex, that arm may hit each other. And also with the I'm trying to get these linkages for the front out of the US, but the guy that sells them won't ship them to me, so I've got to get one of my buddies to buy them for me. But the linkages that actually go in where the sway bar is, they've got like two Heim joints. So right now I've got actually patrol links in there for the sway bars, because they're the only ones that I could find that were a universal one for the lift. Because the normal lift, the BDS lift, the front two brackets actually drop the sway bar down when you do the 6-inch lift. And unfortunately, because of that same arm that goes from one side to the other, it it all kind of clashes, because they're not designed, that lift kit's not designed to have that extra steering linkage in for the right hand conversion. So anyway, Paul, are you in lockdown? Oh mate, yeah. Yeah, New South Wales has just gone into a full lockdown, whatever that means. So it's basically, you can still kind of, I think, pretty sure you can still go to work and stuff like that if you can't work from home. But I know my daughter's got to stay home. She's with her mother at the moment. My daughter's got to stay home from school now, so that's going to be great fun. I've got to try and educate her as well, apparently, and go to work. So yeah, we are in lockdown here. And yeah, I think now they're talking about Sydney not coming out till November or something. I think I heard. I'm just not even watching the news anymore because I just can't stand it. It's depressing, and it's just, yeah, I can't even deal with it anymore. Jacko says, "Is it IFS or solid in the front?" Are you talking about the F250, mate? The F250 is a solid axle in the front. So, and I got a good video coming up. I'm going to do a video between my truck and a 79 series. So it's a video I've been trying to plan for a while. Just that the guy that I'm trying to do it with, just trying to get it so we have a weekend where we can just go camping. It's not stressful, and we can do a video on comparing the two trucks together. So that way you can kind of show like how good the F250 is and how capable it is, but also showing it beside a 79. And do you build a 79 and go all out and spend 200,000 on a 79, or do you buy an F250 that would come with 90% of the stuff that you have to change on a 79 and stuff like that? So Newport, how you going, mate? I'm good, just hanging out, bored, so I thought I'd just get on here and do a live. So if you're wondering why I'm looking down here, I've got my iPad with the comments coming up because they disappear on the phone on me, so I don't have anyone to monitor this. I've got to do it myself. Would be ideal to convert it to a patrol-like setup. I'm not too sure what you mean by that, mate. Thoughts on the new Ram TRX versus F-150 Raptor? The Ram, if Ram's serious, go and do Baja like the F-150 Raptor did. They did Baja. They completed Baja in the F-150 Raptor. Ram, I'm sure it's a great truck. I just, again, Chrysler manufacturing and attention to detail tends to always get overlooked, unfortunately. So F-150 Raptor, hands down, especially the new one, and I think they're about to do a new GT 500 engine in. It's probably going to be a limited edition. They're still doing the V6, but I'd definitely go F-150 Raptor if I was going to get one. And yeah, it's a truck that I do want to own one day. I do want to own a F-150 Raptor, and I want to do a lot more desert stuff. So that's kind of why I have a big project with the 78 coming up, and we're gonna hopefully, if I can afford it, and if the channel continues to grow like it is, I want to build a luxury pre-runner out of my 78 truck that's road legal here in Australia, and that I can do a trip from here through the Simo or through the desert, try and nut out a really good fast run. So full navigation, all that sort of stuff, and go from here out to Alice to run the truck out there. So I think that'd be pretty cool. New FJ camping and touring. How you going, man? The new battery pack going. Are you talking about the Blue Eddy? If you're talking about the Blue Eddy, it's sick. I'm using it right now. It's in the lounge room. I have the iPad running off it, and I have my phone running off it because the iPad was flat. Yeah, it's awesome. I rate that thing, and if you know the stuff that I review and the stuff that I use, I like good quality stuff and good quality gear. So, and that thing is exactly what I needed, just to be able to have a portable power setup. I rate it. It's like it's slightly dated. It's like it's already 2 years old, as in the way, like the technology. Like I wish it had an Anderson. I mentioned all that stuff in the video, but I wish it had just an inbuilt DC to DC for your vehicle. That'd be sick. But the solar panels work sick. It pumps the power in. So yeah, I rate it. It's a good unit, and I'm using it right as we speak. So what else we got? Aussie Tourer, what's your work and trade? So mate, I've been in earth moving my whole life. So basically run dozers, excavators, dump trucks, all that sort of stuff. I have my own business, Fenwick Dirt Works. So I do a lot of contracting work. But we also, my father owns a motocross facility. So I grew up racing motocross my whole life. I haven't really done a lot of it on the channel just because my interests have kind of changed over the years. So now I'm basically I love forward driving and camping and stuff, and I love cars. I kind of got out of motocross and that, and moved into cars, and that's kind of what I love to do now. But yeah, been in motocross my whole life, so I actually contracted him prepping and maintaining his motocross facility that he has open to the public and stuff. So I look after that on a weekly basis for him. Um, but yeah, I've traveled pretty much everywhere around the world building tracks for Red Bull and Monster Energy. Again, stuff probably none of you guys know about. My past life, and that kind of all come to a halt before COVID. But yeah, doing things like Red Bull Straight Rhythm, Red Bull X Fighters, um, mainly motocross and supercross style stuff. So that's probably the main sort of stuff I've done over the past 10 years. So, and then just general contracting on the side from that, just in earth moving. It's frustrating having a four-wheel drive and can't use it. Yeah, mate. Yeah, tell me about it. I was going to go up today. I was going to go up the beach and I was going to do a live up there, the Savo, just hanging out and just talk to you guys and see what you're doing. But that'll, yeah, I didn't watch the news last night, and then uh, my daughter's mother was messaging me and said that she couldn't come up because of lockdown and stuff, and I didn't know that all of New South Wales had gone into lockdown, so I can't go up to the beach and stuff, unfortunately. But I get it, mate. Yep, I'm over it too. I got trips planned that I don't know what's going to happen now. I've got builds planned. I've got a whole Ram 2500 that I'm about to start building on the channel, so I've got a lot going on, and lockdown's not helping. Where am I at? What was the going from the Ranger to the F truck? Did you ever plan to get a canopy on the Ranger before you did the F250? Newport, no. On the Ranger, when I had my Ranger, I was poor, so I wasn't poor, but when I had my Ranger, I was always about aesthetics and the way a car looked, and I still am very much like that. A car has to look, or a four-wheel drive has to look right, and I loved that because I had a PX Ranger. I stretched it. I loved that the way that the tub looked on the truck with a canopy and stuff, and I didn't want to wreck that with a tray and canopy. I always thought trays and canopies were so ugly, and they were for a long time, and still until all these new companies started coming out with all these really schmick trays, powder coated, and they actually started to look really good. So yeah, I was never gonna put a tray and canopy on the Ranger, and then when I got the F truck, I wasn't gonna do a tray and canopy on the F truck either. To be honest, I was gonna leave it the way it was, and yeah, just have a tub. And if you followed me for ages, you would have seen I had a tub and a canopy on there, and it's just not practical. And now, after going to a tray and canopy, it is the best thing you'll ever do, having that on your setup. What else we got? Dean, how's things? Love the vids. Do you miss the Raptor? Yeah, mate, I do. I do miss the Raptor on the channel. It does suck that it had to go, but unfortunately, that's just those things that happen. But yeah, I am looking to get a new one if it all comes about. Because me and my ex-partner we're still, that vehicle's still under finance under both our names, so she's it's her vehicle now, so she's trying to pay it off and stuff, and yeah, we'll get out of the loan, and then I can go and get a new one. I'm just waiting. I'm probably going to go and put a deposit down with my local Ford dealer, just whack $500 down on the next gen Raptor. So that way I'm first in line, so I can get the videos out to you guys, let you know what I think of it, what I'm choosing, and the whole process of buying a new one, engine choice, color choice, all that sort of stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do maybe the next couple of weeks, is actually just put a deposit down, and then I'm sure I can make it refundable. If the new Raptor is no good, then yeah, I'll just get my deposit back and maybe get something else. I don't know. Paul, how did your shower setup go on your first Fink trip? Any tips on long outback trips with the kids? Mate, the shower, I did that shower video. If you've seen that shower mod that I did on the truck, um, I hated how I had it when I went. It was a pain in the neck, how I had it set up originally. And I come home, I was in Alice, and we were sitting there one afternoon. I actually took me about, probably 2 hours. I was sitting there just staring at it. The boys were laughing at me, and I'm just like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna figure it out. You watch. So, and then I changed the setup, and I've used the setup since. I used it the other weekend. I went camping down the lake just here at home, and it works smick the new way I have it set up. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So, um, long outback trips with kids. Mate, just keep it simple. That's probably the best thing I can say is keep it simple. Like I was doing it just like I didn't have a partner that come with me at all when I was out there. So it was just me and her, me and my daughter, and yeah, we just had it simple. It was just really simple setup. So depending on how many kids you've got, if you've still got a partner or if you're single, being single can make it a bit of a challenge because you got to do like everything. But I don't know, man. I just like spending time with her. I absolutely love it. So it's not like it's like, oh, I've got a shower and then I've got to do her hair. And actually, no, I lied. Doing her hair was shit. Trying to do a little girl's hair, her hair comes down all the way down her back, and trying to keep that thing untangled while we're having minimal showers and stuff. That was a nightmare. So if you got a girl, just shave her head before you go, because that was probably the worst thing. But just keep it simple, dude. Just stretches, probably just swags, and just yeah. I think she had such a ball out there. She had such a good time that I was never entertaining her or anything like that. She had little Liam there, little Tony's little son, and them two were running around and throwing frisbees and stuff. So was not even an effort, mate. FJ camping. Thinking of getting one, not sure what. Yeah, I think they've got the Bluetti, that EB 150 that they sent me. I think they've got a new one out. So I don't know. I think they must have heaps of stock of the EB 150 maybe, and they're trying to push all that stock out. I don't think that the EB 150 is like old. I think that they're just yeah, I don't really know. Like, I don't think it's an older unit. Again, I didn't really look too far into the units. I just seen that they were sending a lot to different YouTubers and stuff. So, but I rate this one. I know they do have a new black style, more square one, but still don't think that has Anderson or anything like that. They're more of a Aussie. Aussie stuff is very Anderson plugs and Ignal plugs and all that sort of stuff. And this is very much, I think, more of an international style of battery box sort of setup. So it's more, there's a lot of guys in the US that have reviewed that and stuff. So they're very much a global sort of platform, where the Aussie stuff's just real Anderson plugs and all that sort of stuff. And you can tell when it's kind of more Aussie orientated. But I rate it. I think it's good. I wish it had yeah, just a few more sort of plugs and stuff on the front. But if you're just going to run a fridge and stuff, it'll work fine. But it's that cigarette lighter. Cigarette lighter's falling out of that socket because it's not like an Ingle socket where you can put it in and turn it and it gets locked in. So yeah, but I wanted it just for like charging gear, like I am right now, charging my phone, charging my laptop, charging my camera gear, charging my laptop. Sorry, I already said laptop, drone, and things like that. So that's why it works perfect for me. But yeah. What else we got? Deepak, how you going, mate? FJ, what's the best four-wheel drive mod to do first? That's a good question. Best four-wheel drive mod. If you got a stock, just say you went and bought a stock Hilux, first thing I'd do is change your tyres. That's probably the first thing I'd do. Get rid of the tyres, put a good set of tyres on it. and it's a video that I was gonna do today. Actually, was how much I believe the four-wheel drive community kind of, I don't know, they make out that the Simpson is so hard to do, and it's not. And if you had a standard four-wheel drive, you could do that trip no drama at all. 60 liters of fuel and take 60 liters of water. Hands down, you'll do that trip, no worries at all. Take one spare, you don't need two spares. But I think that's a video I'll do, like a shakedown video from The Simpsons and what you actually need to go and do it. So yeah, but first mod on a four-wheel drive, I'd say just change your tires. It's pretty much it. Just have a better set of tires. What else we got? It's hard to keep track. Hey man, also wanted to know if you're releasing FTech stickers. Yeah, mate, I've got FTech stickers on the website, mate. If that's what you're referring to. I've got hoodies. I've got these shirts as a campfire t-shirt. I've got hoodies, shirts, stickers, stubby coolers, all on the FTech website. What else have I got on there? I think I've got two of the limited edition F-Tech bags. So I've been doing some stuff with Luke. I just want some really good, high quality canvas stuff, like black canvas, and we're doing the leather engraved kangaroo patches that he's doing for me with the F-Tech logo. But they're just going to be like little drops of really cool stuff that I'm going to do on the website all the time. So it's not going to be like every man and his dog has that item. It'll just be a limited run of 10, or I might do a limited run of 20, as long as Luke can justify doing it with me. Yeah, so I've got some other stuff coming. I've got some draw bags. I've also got those aerials for your Selfie Goes, those the canister that I have on the top of my F truck. Those American ones, I've got some of them on the way. They're on the website for pre-order if you want to buy them. But yes, mate, there is stickers and stuff on there as well. So, but there'll be heaps of cool stuff coming on the website soon. What's the other part of that? Releasing big F-Tech stickers, mate. I'll get some bigger ones done. I will. Yeah, definitely. I'll get some larger ones, like a bit bigger than my head, and that's pretty big. So, yeah, I'll get some bigger ones. Like you have on your Bushman. Oh yeah, that one, the one that's on my fridge. If you're talking about the one that's on my fridge in my truck, that one was just a prototype sticker. That's like, I don't know, it's like this big. That was just a prototype that one of my mates that did all my stickers that Trent did that wrapped my truck and stuff. He just printed that before we kind of got the logo all kind of sorted. But mate, definitely I'll look at that. I might get a batch of like 20 big stickers done that you can run on fridges and stuff like that on the back of your truck. So I'll definitely look into that. Jet ski videos. Yeah, well, me and my brother went up. We went up the river the other week. He rang me and said, "Hey, you want to go for a ride?" And I said, "As long as you check the jet skis, you fuel them, and then you wash them when we get back, I'll go." Because I had so much to do and I didn't have time to do all that sort of stuff. So he come up, he fueled the jet skis, and yeah, we went for a quick blap up the river. But I just seen the other day, I made a phone call yesterday about the new, have you guys seen the new Sea-Doo, what are they called? Anyway, Sea-Doo BRP have released it's like a jet ski, but it's actually a pontoon boat, and they actually look sick. So I'm considering about maybe getting one of them. So I rung my local dealer and I said, "Are you guys going to get them?" And they said, "Oh, we don't know at this stage yet if they're going to get them or not." So they're just taking case numbers at this point at everyone that calls up about one. So they're in America and all the rest of it, and Canada and stuff, for sale. But yeah, don't know if they're going to bring them to Aussie yet. But they're pretty cool, those pontoon style boats. Jet ski stuff, it sucks. It's like I do videos on certain things and then it just doesn't do very well, and I'm like, I don't know whether it's worth doing it again. But because there's like a handful of guys that like that stuff, and there's a handful of guys that don't like that stuff. So I really don't know what to kind of do sometimes on the channel because it's so hit and miss. Um, but yeah, I've got some good videos that I know are going to do well coming up. So don't know, might do some more stuff coming into summer, and if we can get out of lockdown, I'll do some more jet ski stuff and boat stuff, and yeah. What else we got? FJ, I was on my way to Brisbane. Oh mate, I watched your video the other day. That you yeah, we're going down there to get the exhaust done, and they oh, they locked it down on you. I feel for you, mate. It's definitely frustrating. It's like I just yeah, been doing so much work at my father's motocross facility, and he's getting ready to open to the public, and then I spend all week there burning fuel and all the rest of it, and then next minute, nah, we're shut down. So it's like yeah, it's pretty painful at the moment. All this stuff that's going on, I definitely feel for you. Interceptor 100. Yeah, mate, we'll get through it. We'll be right. Jared, g'day, mate, from Geelong. What are you doing down in Geelong today, mate? Hanging out. I feel like most Sunday arvos, everyone just kind of chills out and yeah, doesn't really do much, or the cooking a feed or having some beers, normally having family and friends over, but we can't do that at the moment. But Newport, yeah, mate, you're right. The canopies looks pretty shit house at the start, but then you have to. Yeah, I think the F truck definitely suits a canopy setup. When you get a, I've always been about, like I said, I've always been about vehicle aesthetics and the way something looks, and I'm really fussy on it. And that's the guys at Mitts, when Timmy was kind of just on the end of doing custom stuff, and he was moving to the platform that Mitts have now, with just having a streamlined set of this size headboard for this vehicle, this size canopy for this vehicle, Aussie vehicles, US vehicles, blah blah blah. So um, he was just on the back end when I got my truck in there and said, I want a custom headboard and stuff. And I think my vehicle was like one of the last ones that he actually did that was custom. But the canopy, my canopy's all pretty much a standard size for mitts. All the internals and stuff is all standard. So the only thing custom really on my truck is the fastback tray and the headboard and that. So, but if I was going to get it again, I'd just get a standard sort of setup from those guys, instead of doing the custom headboard and everything, because there's probably there's probably 40 kilos of headboard material in my headboard on my truck. So I could be saving some weight there, but I haven't been. But yeah, definitely big American trucks look good with a tray and canopy, I reckon. Even the Rangers and stuff, like As Ventures, Az's truck, like I like that Ranger. My brother's just about to get a tray and canopy as well. So yeah, I've got some cool stuff coming on the channel in regards to another setup with mitts and that with that Ram. So Newport, could there be another canopy build on the Raptor or any future rigs? A canopy build on a Raptor, probably not. I think that a canopy on a Raptor, it's just like it's too heavy. And I think you'd really take away from the Raptor and what it's capable of. And after doing the Simo trip and seeing how much fun Trev had, I don't think I'd want to be carrying all that weight and not be able to have as much fun as what Trev was having in his Raptor. So if I was going to do it, if I was going to do another Raptor build, it's going to be really clean, very much similar to Trev's, maybe a bit more full on than Trev's. But I'll probably do yeah, an awning, roof rack, some sort of style of rear cage and stuff. Um, Probably might do some bigger shocks and stuff that actually like come up through the chassis, come up through the bed of the truck, and kind of go up and above on something like that. But I don't think I'd put a canopy on a new one if I got one. It'd just be a real clean, lightweight style of build, because you put a train canopy on it. If it's gonna be your, like, I've got the F250 for doing those sorts of things, but if it's gonna be a vehicle where that's the vehicle that you have, then yeah, you could run the bellows in the back like Trev's got, have a train canopy, but you'd be super restricted, I think, on what sort of weight you could carry and all the rest of it. So you'd have to really, really think about what you've got on it. You'd probably have to run a swag. Um, yeah, you'd have to just be really mindful on your weight on a Raptor, I think. Shelton, thanks for Trev's Raptor video. No worries, mate. Me and Trev are gonna do some more stuff on his truck because you guys like the Raptor, and I know a lot of you followed me because of the Raptor, and then obviously when things happen and the Raptor had to kind of go, so it kind of sucked. But yeah, I'm glad that now good friends with Trev. So he's got some more mods that he wants to do to it, and he's got a bunch of packages showing up at his house last week, and he's ordered a bunch of other stuff. So I'm gonna go to Trev's house and I'm gonna help him install some things and all the rest of it and film it for you guys. So yeah, we'll have Trev's Raptor on the channel heaps more. Just did the same ARB compressor setup in my Raptor. The same as what I did, mate, or was that different? Did you do something else? Wilbur. Yeah, they do, mate. Those Sea-Doo boats look sick. Yeah, because I was actually gonna, because where I live, like, I've got lakes and stuff around me, so I was thinking about, like, if you follow me on Instagram, I actually was down in Sydney. Oh, when was it? Probably just after Christmas. I went down to look at a boat. I was going to buy an offshore boat, just because I've been watching Matt at Explore Life, and I was getting pretty keen on some of the stuff they were doing, and yeah, I wanted to get into that. And then Luke was showing up here at my place in his boat, and I was getting jealous. Everyone else had a boat, but I didn't. I just had a jet ski. So I was going to buy a boat, but then I was like, oh, should I build a pontoon boat? And then the guy that actually built, if you've ever seen my big, long aluminium trailer that I have, he actually works for us on the property now. The guy that built that, I was going to get him to build me a pontoon boat, but unfortunately, it's just like, I was going to run pontoon boat with a full deck, have it all kind of semi-enclosed, and then run a Bush Company rooftop tent on the top of that, on like a bimini, really strong bimini and stuff, have rooftop tent on it, and actually go like exploring heaps of places. But yeah, there's just so many projects I want to do, and just unfortunately not enough money to do all of them. So yeah, but those Sea-Doo things look like a pretty cool little winner, and especially for doing the lakes around here that I have, I think that'd be pretty fun. I know, mate. Yeah, I know the F250 when it had the tub and that on there, it did look sick. I sent a photo of it the other day. I was going to put it on Instagram, but I didn't. But when I just got the new 37 BF Goodrich tyres on it, and it still had the canopy and the black tub, and it looks so sexy. The thing looks so good, and it's like, when your vehicle's at one stage and then you like fully change it to something else because you're bored at that stage, and then you look back on your vehicle and you're like, damn it, why did I change it? And yeah, I get what you mean. It did look sick. I still froth on it now, like how good it looked when it was black. So, did you keep your F250 tub? No, I sold the tub. Tub's gone. I had no reason to keep it. I was never gonna. I know everyone that takes a tub off there, you're like, oh, just in case one day I put it back on. You're never gonna put it back on. I didn't put it back on. I had a guy come up from Sydney and bought it off me for his truck because he had pretty sure he had a single cab F250. It was an older one, but he wanted a tub for it. It was black, so he's like, oh, I'll buy this, and it was all gonna fit. So Yeah, it was a short wheelbase. So he bought my tub off me and was going on his truck. So yeah, yeah, pontoon boat. Pontoon boat. I spent a lot of time in America over my life. Like there was a point there before COVID and before I was pretty heavy into doing this channel. I was in America probably 3 months out of the year, every single year. So got good mates in Florida and stuff. So I spent a lot of time there. And that's, yeah, it's all pontoon boats and lakes around there. So that's kind of why I wanted one. And with where I live here on the lakes and stuff, they just work really well. Like wakeboard boats, they're way too expensive. Even the offshore fishing boats and stuff, way too expensive. Like you're pushing 100 and something grand for a good wakeboard boat, and some of those fishing boats are getting up around that too. And then yeah, when I was looking into buying a boat and building a boat, then there was motor. Couldn't get a hold of a motor if I was going to build one. The motors were like 6, 7, 8 months off to get a motor, like a Mercury motor for one. So I was just like, nah. And then yeah, now they've released these new Can-Am things, or Sea-Doo, sorry, the Sea-Doo ones. I think that may be right up my alley because you can get into one of them for like, I think they're like 30 grand, 35 grand. Got a pontoon boat. It's fully modular on top. You got a bimini. You can fully enclose it. I think they're like basically the supercharged engine out of a jet ski. So plenty of power. You can camp on them, have a barbecue on them, have 8 to 9 people on them. Yeah, I think it's just a win-win. Nice flat deck. You can fish off it, do all the rest. The only thing you can't really do them is go way offshore and stuff. But them being fully, they're all like fully plastic. I haven't looked too far in it, but they're all like plastic and that. So you could probably actually go offshore in the things, I reckon. But yeah, but I'm definitely keen. I'm going to keep an eye on those things and see if they do come here. Put my name down if they are going to come here so I can go and have a look at one. So they're going to let me know anyway. G'day, Ben. How you going, mate? What do you think of the new recommended retail price would be on the Raptor when it gets here? Should anyone look to get into a Raptor? Hold out for the new one. Depends what you want, mate. Like I was gonna look at getting the Raptor X, the red one, and then I thought, I just like the 2 liters fine. It's just not fun and exciting for me. So with that, I was like, I think I might just wait because of what I was watching those videos that Paul put up from Car Expert, and he's got some inside scoops and stuff on what's going on, and they're talking about a nano engine and a turbo V6 or even the current Raptors motor and that. So I was looking at that and I was like, I really want a petrol. To be honest, I don't want the 2 liter. The 2 liter, like 2 liters, fine, but I want more fun factor that I think that truck could put out if you had a better engine. So I'm gonna wait. But if you want something that's really good on fuel, I'd get a 2 liter. If you want something that's really good on fuel, like Trev said, he was not even worried about fuel, and like that's normally the first thing people think of going across the Simpson is fuel. He did not even give a shit about how much fuel he was going to need or take. So yeah, it was not even a concern for Trev with fuel and stuff. So if you're looking for good fuel economy and still have a really good fun factor, I'd probably get the 2 liter. But I want more power because I'm just a I'm just a horsepower slut. I need a F-Tech patch, mate. When will these be going available on the website? Mate, I was looking on a few websites about getting some patches done. So I am onto it because I want some myself for my roof of my truck. So I'm going to get onto patches and I'll post on my Instagram when they're available. And I'll probably do another little short video that I'll put into the new videos coming up regarding anything that's on the website. So I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I've just got to try and sell some more of the current stock I've got because I've got probably about 7 grand tied up in merchandise sitting in the office at the moment. So I need to try and get that stuff to move. So if you want t-shirts and hoodies, I think I only have 2 of the limited hoodies left in the 2XL. So if you're a big dude, jump over and buy one this afternoon before they're all gone. So I said I don't want to get those hoodies made again, but they are so. I've gotten messages from people that have bought them, and they are the best hoodie that they've bought in a while, and I think so too. So I don't know. For right now, they're limited edition, but if I get enough demand, I may buy more. But I've got a lot of stock sitting here, so I need to move some stuff. Douglas, how big of a boat do you want? Oh, mate, I don't know. I was probably I didn't want a massive boat, but I think that I actually thought about it a lot, and I'm like, how much offshore fishing am I actually going to do? I think I got caught up, as a lot of guys do, in the not so much what everyone else is doing, but the thought of I wanted to go out, explore the islands and stuff off the coast here, and I was like, okay, but once I'm done that, am I gonna go out again and do that? And I was like, probably not. So I was like, that's why I was leaning towards a pontoon boat, something probably, I don't know, 15, 20-foot pontoon boat, something that I would actually use more often with friends, family, camping, and stuff like that on it. Having a nice big flat deck, can fish, can throw a wakeboard behind it, have fun, get my daughter out there behind on a tube and stuff, and have some good fun. With a fishing boat, I don't think I'd use it as much as what I would a pontoon boat. So yeah, probably something about the. I think that one I was looking at was like 16 or 17 from Sea-Doo. So Newport. What's that? Just I'm trying to think of their name. Just get on Sea-Doo's website, mate, and have a look. They should be as soon as you pop it up, because it's like the newest thing. They only released it like 5 days ago, but there is some videos on YouTube and stuff as well regarding those new pontoon boats. So, and then if you're interested in one, just ring your dealer, because they're writing down names. So ring your dealer and ask them about it, because I think they're all trying to put it. If you're in Australia, they're trying to put a case towards Sea-Doo or Can-Am at the moment to bring them here. So yeah, ring your local dealer. That way you can say that they've had interest from you, and the more people that are interested in it, then the bigger of a case they can put to Sea-Doo about bringing them here. So yeah, it should. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Yeah, I can't even think of the name of it, but it should come up on the website. Gamer, hey mate, how you going? Hey Phil, what's happening over there, Phil? You up to much, mate? I get caught up in buying a lot of stuff too. Sometimes I have to wait a couple of weeks to realise if I really need something or not. True, 100% true. Yeah, I have made that. The biggest mistake I made is I got caught up in the whole Can-Am thing. Oh, it's probably about, I don't know, 3 years ago. I bought a Can-Am X3. Watched all the videos online. Was like, yeah, that's sick. I want one, and then didn't didn't really think it through on the property. Couldn't get in between trees and stuff, and that one bit me in the ass pretty heavy. I lost probably 6-7 grand, because I literally drove it for 2 hours and realized that I'd made a massive mistake. And this is not. I don't have a desert to drive it on every single day like in the videos. I can't go macking across a big set of whoops and stuff. So yeah, I made the mistake of buying a Can-Am X3, and yeah, unfortunately, it bit me in the ass. So yeah, have a think about things. Have a think about how you're going to use something before you go and spend your hard-earned money. So You got COVID, Phil. Oh, mate, that sucks. The flu sucks. Have you noticed how the flu doesn't exist anymore, but apparently? Yeah, Switch, that's it. Jared, good job. Yeah, Sea-Doo Switch Pontoon. I don't know if there's different names with the different sizes of them, but yeah, it is called a Switch. That's what it's called. Thanks for that, mate. Anthony Wicks. Hey, Ty, how's it going? Good, mate. How are you? I'm just hanging out. Did a bit of farm stuff today, and then I was going to make a video, but unfortunately I couldn't go up the beach. And also the other vehicle that I wanted to do a video on today isn't here. So live stream it is. You guys can just ask whatever you want, any topic. Everything's open. I'll probably go for a little bit longer. Been on for nearly 55 minutes. Time's flying. So yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about. How do you rate the Polaris General? Good, mate. Yeah, I love my General, and that's why I bought another one. I had the first one, which you would have seen on the channel, and I flogged the hell out of that thing. So it handled a fair bit of punishment. One of my mates bought it off me, bought my old one, and because he didn't want to buy a new one, so he saved a bucket of money by buying mine, and then he was just going to fix a lot of things that were wrong with it. It was due for wheel bearings and things like that, brakes and stuff. So, but as in the unit themselves, yes, I love my General, but I'm actually been driving a Can-Am. We have a Can-Am Defender, the long stretched one that we just bought for one of the guys here on the property. So I've been driving that around, running that in until he comes back to work. So probably going to do a review on that thing here in the next couple of weeks. I'll do a video on that, but I love the General, but this Can-Am has definitely is impressing me, so could change my mind yet. Newport, yep, I bought a certain caravan once, realised I should have waited and done my research. Mate, it's the worst, isn't it? You're like, yes, I want it. No, I want it. And no one can talk you out of it. And that's the worst, is like when someone's trying to talk you out of something and then you're like, I should probably listen to what they're saying, and you just want something so bad and then you get it and you're like, I think I've stuffed up here. So yeah, a caravan is something I am not really looking to buy as of yet, but yeah, it could be in the future. But mate, that's a big, to buy a caravan and then realize you made a mistake. That sucks. Fill half my luck. Had a swab, all clear. Oh, good, mate. I'm stoked to hear that. Yeah, you do. Yeah, the whole COVID thing, I don't even know what to think about it anymore. I'm just over it. I just want it to end so I can just for everyone to get on with their lives and get back to normal again. So, Newport, I'm back in the Oz tent. It's a bit of a downgrade, mate, from a caravan to an Oz tent. Mate, to be honest, like, yeah, like just the good old fashioned swag. It's just nothing beats a good old fashioned swag on a stretcher, to be honest. Even just a swag on the ground, but a swag on a swag on a stretcher, just yeah, just keep it basic. Just keep it basic. Don't get too technical. I love my Bush Company tent just for its simplicity of setting it up, and I love it for when it rains and stuff like that. But yeah, just keep things simple. If you just run a swag and a stretcher, don't have to make it complicated. Anthony, just ordered a full canopy setup. Do you rate the upright fridges? Yes, mate, I do. The upright fridges, I think, are awesome. There's a few mods that I want to do to mine regarding the shelves. I've done a video on it. If you look on my channel about the fridge, and what my thoughts on the uprights, but I do rate them just because you save a lot of weight with your not having to have a drop slide and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely rate the upright fridges. What one are you looking to buy? I don't have much experience. The reason why I didn't get a Dometic upright was because it had plastic. I think it had plastic shelves, or it had a lot of plastic going on inside, and the Bushman had metal shelves and stuff in it, so that's why I went with the Bushman upright. Just a lot more sturdy, and they've had a great reputation. And yeah, and I think when I was actually looking, Dometic was actually out of stock anyway when I got my upright, but definitely rate the upright fridges. I wish that Bushman would make a digital display on the fridge for your temperature and stuff like that. And I also wish that it went to full freeze, so you could actually have. I'd have two. My next canopy setup, I'd have two side by side. So I'd have a fridge and a freezer side by side, and yeah. So if Bushman could do that, that'd be sick. Digital display and have it be able to go to the whole fridge to full freeze. It'd be on a winner then. Save on the weight of drop slides and all the rest of it. But I don't actually mind the setup that I have now with my fridges, having the ARB fridge because the door opens front ways. So having it, how I've got it set up in the truck now, and then having the upright. So the way I kind of did it when I was in the Simpson is I had all my in the ARB fridge, the elements. I had all my just kind of freezer stuff. So just meat and everything. But I took, and that's something I need to get onto that when I do that video, is that I took way too much stuff to the Simo when we went there, because we only spent 4 nights in the desert. And yeah, I took too much stuff, and I really didn't need to take as much as what I did. But with my fridges right now, that's how I've got it set up, is that the elements is just freezer, take the stuff out of that fridge, put it in the other one when I need it, and yeah, vice versa. So Bushman the way to go. Yes, mate. Bushman, definitely good fridge. What was I going to donate to Buck last night? Oh, mate, I sent him an email. I was down the paddock when I remembered to send him an email, because I was thinking about his live, and I was gonna bid on some stuff, but I'm not really into football sort of stuff, so I was just gonna make a donation and stuff. But I sent him an email, and I realized that by the time I got back to the house and my phone connected to Wi-Fi, it only just then sent the email. So I sent it during the day, but it didn't go through till I come back inside, and it got back onto Wi-Fi. So I was gonna send him a merch pack, mate, an F-Tech merch pack. So yeah, but it didn't. Unfortunately, the email didn't go through when I actually sent it that day, so he could get on top of it. And then by the time he'd already started the live feed, I didn't know if he'd read it or not. So, but all good, doesn't matter. Hey Ty, love your channel. Have a 2005 F250, 300,000 plus Ks. Not sure if I spent 30K fixing things up or bite the bullet and buy a new one around 2017. What's your thoughts? Where are you at, Greg? Are you in Australia, mate, or are you in the US? Really depends, mate. Like if your '05 is a good solid truck, and if you're in Australia, like they're still pulling really good money. The issue right now is they're so hard to get a good F250 at the moment. Because I was pricing a new one, and when I got the price back, it was 180 grand. And I'm just like, I just could not justify buying a new truck in the current circumstances of everything that's going on. It's like I could sell mine and get really good money for it, but at the same time, would not be able to then get a new one. So, mate, if your '05's going really well for you, just keep it and just keep driving it. Um, Unless you're going to go all out on like a new 2017 build and then keep that truck, mate. Again, at the end of the day, it's all personal preference whether to keep it or not. If the '05's giving you dramas and you don't really want to put up with it anymore, if you've got constant issues with it, then yeah, get rid of it. But mate, if it's doing you good now, then yeah, if you're gonna spend 30K, what are you gonna spend 30K on? Are you gonna like get a tray canopy sort of setup, or are you gonna, yeah, what are you gonna do there? If it's 30K on a tray and canopy, that tray and canopy may fit a new truck. So if you're gonna do a tray and canopy on your current '05 model, and then yeah, if you eventually want to buy a newer one, might be able to put that tray and canopy on your new truck. So yeah. Brad, I have an 8-month-old mitts set up on a clear lid drop slide. My brother has a mitts set up on order and recommended to him having an upright. So, mate, Brad, you're running a drop slide. I think that's what you said. And your brother has a mitt set up on order. Yeah, mate, 100%. So you recommended. So you've already got a clear view drop slide, and you've recommended to him to have an upright. Yeah, I rate the upright, mate. I think it's the best. It's just so easy. It's just kind of opening the canopy door and then going in, dropping your fridge down, dropping the thing down, opening it up, getting what you want out, and then everything goes and falls in on itself. And then you got to rearrange your fridge, and then your meat's at the bottom and it's bleeding everywhere. It's just, yeah, the upright, I like it because I just open it and I just grab out what I want and close it, and everything doesn't collapse on itself. That's why I love it. So, but like I said before, I wish Bushman would make it full freeze and the digital display. They'd be on such a winner if they did that with their fridges, because then I'd run 2 uprights, 285 side by side, 1 fridge, 1 freezer, digital displays. It'd be sick. Newport, I rate my Bushman 85. Yep, 100%, mate. I do too. Anthony, thanks, Bushman it is. Yep, go with the Bushman, mate. You won't be disappointed. Yeah, I rate their fridges. They're really good. So, Phil Weber, you can send it over here if you want. Greg, New South Wales. All right, mate. So you're here. Yeah. So if you got on car sales recently and looked at the prices of the F trucks, like they're just gone through the roof, and they hold their value so well. So unless that truck's giving you major issues, mate, I wouldn't really be too worried about it. So. FJ, do you think they will release the Broncos in Australia? I freaking hope so, mate. I'm hoping that I've watched a few videos from Paul from Car Expert, and what he was saying is that they had some internal meetings and stuff in regards to different vehicles, and they had a big screen up and it had like yellow dots on vehicles that they were thinking of bringing into the country and or having a global platform, and the Bronco and the F-150 was in that with the yellow dots on the screen to be global platform. So I really do hope that they bring the Bronco here. I think they are absolutely stupid if they don't, because our market here, I think it would sell like crazy. The amount of Jeep owners that are here in Australia, I again, like there's so much stuff I want to do. Whether I'd like, it'd really suck if they brought out the new Raptors and then announced that the Bronco was coming, because I'd be kicking myself. So yeah, if they do announce that the Bronco's coming here or a Raptor, that's a hard one. I don't know. Yeah, because I really do like the new Broncos, and I think they would do really well in this country. But yeah, that'd be probably a flip of the coin for me. I wouldn't be able to decide. I'd be too torn between the Raptor and the Bronco to make a decision. I'm glad you said that. I also want one. Just sell your wife. Mate, I think, all the Jeep, I think the Jeep community would convert. Like we had a Jeep and the thing just kept falling apart on our driveway. So I was always welding bars and linkages back together underneath the thing. And if you get a Jeep, unless you go all out with the suspension components and change them all out to more heavy duty stuff, constant off-road use, they just fall to pieces. And I didn't enjoy driving that car either. It was so sway all over the road and so hard to steer, and I just didn't like it. It made me sick when I drove the Jeep. So that's why we kind of got rid of it, because it just kept breaking, and I didn't like being in it one bit. So I felt vulnerable in it. Like I didn't feel safe, like being on the road and stuff. It gave me a weird feeling, that car, and it's probably the only car that ever has given me a weird feeling while driving it. So I wish I had at least one of the twin cab Utes manufacturers offer a V8 petrol option. Yeah, I know, Matt. It's like when I was watching Paul on Car Expert on his YouTube, he was saying, oh, with the amount of torque that the V6 would have in the Ranger Raptor, it's way too much power for Australian like conditions and all the rest of it. And I'm like, we've come from having V8 Commodores and FPV Utes and all the rest of it to now being told that things are too powerful and they need to be all-wheel drive and you can't just have them two-wheel drive. And so, yeah, I don't understand where some of that stuff comes from, but I think that a V8, I don't know if a V8 would sell very well. Although, yet again, like you look at the Ram 1500, it's selling like crazy. It's selling really well. So I don't. Yeah, it's so hard. I think if a manufacturer was going to put a V8 petrol in a Ranger Raptor, or I think it'd probably be a limited run. I think the biggest hurdle they have to get around is like emissions and stuff. I think that's the biggest thing that they've got to kind of deal with. So, but it would be good at least if one had them. But I forget that guy's name mentioned before about the V8 Ranger Raptor that shop just built. They just put a 5 litre Coyote in a Ranger Raptor, and that thing would have been sick. It'll be interesting to see the new Ranger Raptor. Yeah, mate, it definitely will. I'm keen to see what Ford does with that. I do know from Paul's videos, it's supposed to have the new 3.0 live valve shocks and stuff in it. So right now they have a 2.5 inch, I'm pretty sure, bypass. But the new ones will have a 3.0 bypass with the live valve technology. So the live valve is basically you have a little needle and everything, and it's electronically controlled. So it's adjusting all the parameters of the shocks at like 100,000ths of a bloody second or something ridiculous, to adjust that stuff on the fly. So I think that'll be very, very weird to feel how that is, because I never got to drive an F-150 Raptor with that in it. I did get to drive the older, the first generation F-150 Raptor, but the new ones never got to drive that. So to feel that thing change and the suspension characteristics change on the fly as you're driving it, because it'll recognize when you're on full compression, full droop, all the rest of it. I think that'll be super weird feeling the suspension changing as you're driving it. So our affinity with diesels is insane. So many reliability. Yeah, Brad, definitely. With it's because of emissions. If emissions weren't so heavy, then I don't think we'd have so many reliability issues that we do now. So, but I yeah, I was having not major issues with the F-250, but I was sick of replacing bloody sensors on my DPF, just because I'd have a sensor go, and then it was like, to get one, it was like $800 for a sensor. So yeah, I ripped it all off. So the F truck's deleted. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. It was costing me money, so yeah, I deleted the F-250. So it's yeah, she's straight piped now. So Phil, yeah, I know, mate. Yeah, it'll definitely will make the Raptor awesome. So yeah, if you look at if you just watch any of the videos on the F-150 Raptor, anything that they've had in the previous generation, I think will get on the next generation Raptor. So I think that'll be how it goes. Is basically, yeah, we'll have, like, we've got the first generation or technology of the first generation shocks and everything that they originally had, and now we have coming into our 2022 or 2023, whenever our new Raptor shows up, we'll have the technology that they have now. So I think that's kind of how Ford's going to do it. The Raptor has been an awesome seller for Ford here in Australia, especially since we lost all the FPV stuff and all the basically V8 utes and everything had gone. I think that was a good call for Ford to do the Raptor here, but yeah, we'll always be a couple of years, I think, behind the technology, because I think Ford in the US will build it, they'll prove it, they'll sell it for a few years, and then they'll apply that technology to whatever our Raptor is. Um, so yeah, so we're playing the catch up game at the moment with regards to the suspension and all the rest of it. So is the big Raptor too big for our little place? I'm not too sure what you mean. Is the Raptor too big for our little place? Oh, you mean like is the F-150 Raptor too big for here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it's too big for Australian roads. It's like, and a lot of people say, oh, big American trucks are too big for Australia, blah blah blah. But I'm like, I don't see how they are. The only place they're too big for is bloody car parks. But that's still the same in America. Like, if I'd pull into Home Depot or pull into Lowe's or anything in America in my mates' trucks that they have over there, it's the same sort of deal. You take up two car parks, all the rest of it. Um, there's not there's not even a difference. It's like we still have semis and everything here on the road. So basically, you're saying that like people would be saying that semis are too big for places like Australia and all the rest of it. But yeah, I don't believe that American trucks are too big for Australian roads. I just think Australian roads are just too small and too much cost cutting in building the roads in the first place. To be honest, trying to save on material. Too big for New Zealand. Uh, nah. Never too big, mate. Never too big for New Zealand. I actually want to get over to NZ. I would like to actually load up the F-250 on a boat, and I actually like to send it to New Zealand and spend maybe a month or 2 months filming and traveling all of NZ in the F-250. I think that would be really cool. I'd really enjoy that. Last time I was in NZ, I was building the Supercross in Auckland, Phil. So I don't know if you've seen that, but yeah, we did the Supercross track build in Auckland. How do you think the F-250 would go in Cape York? Mate, I think I'd probably get stuck on gunshot. I don't think it'd do very well on gunshot. I think it'd probably get hung up on something like gunshot. Like if you just watched four-wheel drive action, or not four-wheel drive, four-wheel drive 24/7. Sorry, Shauno and those boys. And then when they took the 200 down it, how tight it was for the 200 to get down there. There is no way in hell that an F-250 would get down there, because you've had constant Australian four-wheel drive sized utes and four-wheel drives going down there for so long. It's like cut that section out of the creek bed. So then you go and try and jam an F-250 in there, and it's not going to happen. I don't think so. Yeah, but I know there's like chicken tracks and stuff you can go around everything. So I'm still going to go up and do it. Definitely, Cape is definitely something that's on my very high on my list. Fraser is next in the F-250. So let's fingers crossed that all that happens. Supposed to be going to Fraser in October, so end of September, October. So hopefully all the lockdown ends. Got a Ram 2500 build to do before then, but yeah, Fraser next, then probably Cape. Probably do Cape maybe next year. I'd like to do that. Get up there and do that, and yeah, I think it'd be all right. I'd probably have to take a lot of the chicken track spot just because the truck would be too big to get down most of the gnarly stuff. So Yeah, Phil, I've spent some time in New Zealand. I went snowboarding there when I was younger, probably I think I was like 18, 19 when I went. And then I went back. I've been back twice for the Supercross that we did there in Auckland. But yeah, mate, I had a ball in Queenstown and everything. And yeah, that scenery and everything there is amazing. You guys live in an amazing part of the world, so I'd definitely love to get over there and take the truck and do a good trip around the whole country. So Newport, you coming to Harvey Bay or Rainbow to Fraser? Mate, have no idea yet. Haven't really planned the trip. I've got to get this build done before we actually leave. So, because that truck's coming on the trip as well. Um, so I'm not too sure what we're going to do. It's kind of we're planning to go into September, October, but I don't know what's going to happen now with all these lockdowns and stuff, and if the borders are going to be open. So if we do go, it'll be a split decision that righto, let's go, and we'll just go for 2 weeks and be out of here. So Newport took my tinny to Fraser on Friday with the family. Yeah, 100%. Fraser is sick. I went there. I haven't been there in so long. I haven't been there since I was a kid, so it's been ages since I've been there. But yeah, definitely want to get up there again and have another family holiday up there like we used to when I was younger, and take the truck and do a Fraser video. So yeah, but let me know if you guys liked the Simpson videos that I did, or if you want them a bit different. I think my favorite one was probably the second episode that I did on that. So let me know what you guys think of those videos if you're into that, and what's your favorite kind of video on the channel, or what you're into. I have so many different demographics on my channel. It's like some guys follow me for the Raptor, some follow me for the F250, some follow me for the General. So it's try to keep it fun and stuff. So Newport Simpson was a sick trip. Thanks, mate. It was good fun, and that was the trip that I built the F250 like to do that style of trip. So it was a blast. We had such a good time out there. So, and it's a lot of people have the mentality on that trip. It's like, and when I asked Buck about it the other night, he's like, "Oh, I don't really want to drive up and down over sand dunes every day and all the rest of it." And that did come into my mind before I left, but then by the time I got there, I was not even thinking about that. You're constantly just looking at the scenery and everything, and it's not as, because I was like, oh god, I'm going up and down, but it was not nowhere near as bad as what I thought it was going to be. So it was actually really really fun. Phil, we best do some cooking ones. Yeah, mate. I'll get to the yeah, cooking videos. The stuff like that just doesn't. I don't know. It kind of, the main kind of guys that watch the channel watch that sort of thing, but it it's kind of weird. Sometimes that stuff just doesn't do very well on the channel. Um, and because there's some, I'm trying to grow the channel as fast as I can, because there's some awesome things that I want to do, but it just takes a lot of money to do them. Like the 78 build that I want to do, and then go across the desert and it and all the rest of it. And yeah, cooking videos. Like, as much as I enjoy the cooking videos and then eating the food at the end of the video, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I might do some more, see what happens. See, it's like, no bloody cooking. You can't win. One person wants one thing and another person wants another. So you can never please everyone. That's why I try to do a good range of stuff across the channel, whether it's the Polaris or going on the jet skis or trip videos, Simpson, or doing mods to the trucks or Ranger Raptor or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of trying to have a broader spectrum for things there for people to watch. If they're not into one thing, hopefully they're into another. So yeah, but Yeah, Rod does not want any cooking videos. He's had enough. If you want to watch cooking videos, I reckon Buck does the best cooking videos. Buck has such a good following now. It's so awesome to see. So, but his auction did really well last night. I'm spewing that he didn't get that email earlier, but anyway, shit happens. I probably should have got onto it faster than what I did. So, hey Belinda, will you go to the Cape in the next couple of years? I'd like to go next year when the season opens up. I'd like to definitely go next year. Again, any of my trips are probably planned out. The Simpson was planned out probably 3 or 4 months in advance, just because, just with work and stuff like that and everything. And we fluked that to get the Simpson trip when we did in the time that we did, to not get stuck in lockdowns and all the rest of it. We did really well, I think, on that trip. But yeah, the Cape probably next year. I'd like to do the Cape. So again, it all just depends on lockdowns and what's happening in the world and the condition of the truck, and just if I do go to the Cape, it'll probably be like a split decision. Maybe have like a month before I go and do that. So yeah, but we're only like a month or two from we made a decision to go to Fraser. So Newport, I like the cooking, but the channel originally the F250 for me, but honestly, I love the content you're putting out. Thanks, mate. That means heaps. So, and people don't think that like liking your video and commenting on your video really makes a difference, but it does, because it's all with the algorithm and stuff on YouTube as to if heaps of people are commenting on a video, YouTube algorithm like pretty much pushes that video because there's a lot of interaction with it. And then yeah, if you're watching the ads and stuff, that gives the channel more revenue, so that way I can do videos instead of going to work to make the videos. So yeah, every interaction you have on the channel helps. So sharing it, liking videos, commenting, watching through the ads, it all plays a massive part in making what you can do with your YouTube channel. And there's such cool things that I have that I want to do with this channel, but it's just going to take, there's some things that on this channel I want to do, but they're probably just going to take a while before the channel grows to a point where it's feasible to do those sorts of things, because you make barely anything on YouTube, and especially if people like skip ads and things, your revenue just goes so it is what it is. But I'm not fussed on the revenue and stuff like that. I don't do it for the revenue, but it does help. It's like, okay, if I make X, Y, Z, I can make this video and this video because I don't have to go to work this day to pay for this and this. So yeah, it definitely does help. So Phil, any content is good content. Thanks, mate. But yeah, so I've got some cool stuff planned, but if you want merch and stuff like that, jump on the website, ftech.com.au. So I'll put things in the description after this video, but in my last videos, there's the link to the website and stuff. So got shirts, got stubby coolers and all the rest of it. But yeah, might take you for a quick walk outside, and I can't remember who asked me about the patches. Hopefully he's still on the live. So let's go outside and I'll show you. The sun's going down here. I'll show you the patches on the roof. Keys for the truck. And I'll turn the camera around. Here's a big girl. Am I doing a lot? So your comments are going to come and then they're going to go. So am Am I doing a live every month? Oh yeah, I could probably do it once every month. Yeah. So. Oh, that bloody sun. So I got the big banana, just the tip. I've got a bunch of Camberg ones up there. Camberg's they make race trucks and stuff in America. Harrison, a bunch of Aussie flags, stuff like that. So, but while I'm out here, if you want to ask anything about the truck or show you anything, just put a comment and then I can look at it. So here's the 78. So basically when I want to down and then make a luxury pre-runner out of it. So completely cut the back of the chassis off, do a full cage, take the bed off, do all fiberglass side flared guards on it and stuff. Shock towers up through the bed here. So I do love this truck. If I could find a cab and just a chassis, I would do it with that truck. But this truck's not too bad. It's just got a little bit of rust here in the door. It's not too bad, but I just seen that comment come up. What would I change on the truck, mate? This truck or the F250? Rims on the 78, yeah. The gold methods look sick. So Wild Peak tires. I rate these tires. I reckon they're pretty good. Again, I haven't done much with the 78 because it's just kind of used on the street and stuff. But the F truck, the old BFs have seen better days, so I'm gonna have to change them soon. But I'm waiting on new rims from Method, and I'm also waiting on new tires. Supposed to be getting Toyo tires for the F truck. The F250, anything I'd change? Probably just I'm going to go to a smaller rim. And I'm going to keep 37s, still going to stay with a 13.5, but I want to go to a smaller rim, so that's probably something I'd change, which I'm already in the plans of doing that now, is going to a smaller rim. So we just sorted the shocks out the other day. I just adjusted them. So we just wound them down slightly, just when it settled and stuff. Scrub bars for the F250. I have, because it's so high, I've never really needed them. Plus I'm running the traction bars and stuff, so if anything's going to happen, it's going to get, I've already bent these once, the traction bars. There's the exhaust. So these are coming off. I have ordered new steps for it that are much tidier, tighter to the body, and they're actually like powder coated, similar to this sort of color here. So been running the open countries. Yeah, mate. So when Method Race Wheels Australia hit me up to work with me, I said, yeah, righto, we'll run Toyos on this truck. And yeah, but still waiting for that set of wheels and tires to show up, so not too sure what's going on, but we'll have a look in the canopy. I must have bumped the key. I'll get the key and unlock it again. So that's my daily. So I paid $750 for that thing. It's the best $750 I've spent. I flog it. It's turboed. So this side, there's the new shower setup. There's my floor grid. Just a metal floor grid and stuff. So the fridge on the other side. It's pretty dirty in here. I got bogged yesterday on the beach because I didn't let my tyres down because I was lazy. So the shovel in there is covered in sand. Max tracks are covered in, well, they were covered in sand. I think the other one's covered in sand. Come around the other side and have a look. So ultimately I'd like to run one of these here, one of these here, 2 side by side, freezer, fridge. But for now, I've just got this set up. So running this fridge like that is my freezer. And then, yeah, got the upright, nothing in it at the moment. So, but the only, like, I wish they had see how they just got the dial here for your fridge. I wish they had a display in the door up here somewhere that had the temperature and a control or something. That'd be really good, I reckon. Oh, here's one of those bags. So F-Tech, kangaroo patch, YKK zips. So these will be on the website soon, clear tops. So got like a gold or bronze stitching. So I'll let you know when they go up. So, but pretty much my pantry in this bag here, I just have cooking stuff. So cutlery, spices, plates, knives, forks, all the rest of it. Travel buddy. So my Cymarine is currently it took a crap on me on the way home from the Simo, so I don't know what's going on with it. So I did an update and it like reset itself, so now I gotta fix it. But anyway, it's all getting pulled out anyway, so I'm getting a whole new power setup here very shortly. So if there's anything else you guys want to see while I'm on, I'm gonna finish this up here in a minute, finish the live stream, go over and have a look at the General. So there's the General. That's the new Can-Am I've been driving. So, and the trailer, the old Bush Company tent. This thing is sick. Really good. I was actually laying in the bed today shooting out of it, so practical for that as well. Paul's back. He wants to show the patches. Right, mate, I'll show you quickly. I showed you before, but the sun was in the way, but the sun's gone down now, so I'll give you another quick look. There you go. So I got a couple of American flags, a couple of gun ones, Big Banana, Harrison F trucks, Camberg, Love, Ford, Aussie Reviews. So there you go. But I got more to come. I'm gonna get some. Feel the power set up. Oh mate, I'm pretty much just gonna I'm really not happy with how that system was put together and the people that put it together for me. It wasn't done by Mitts. It was done by some grief, and some things aren't wired up correctly. So yeah, I'm just going to get it redone. So it'll be in a full Mitts sort of box setup and everything. So yeah, we're just going to use everything that's already in there. I'm just going to relocate it, redo the wiring and stuff, and just sort it out. But yeah, so any last questions, guys? There's the those Wi-Fi antennas. So I've just got mine with that little bungee cord there just to stop it rattling and stuff. It's on the GME tilt bracket. So if there's anything else you want to know, I'm going to wrap it up and go and have a beer and make some dinner. 78, 2014. Nah, mate, don't run induction. No worries, Phil. Catch you later, mate. So yeah, and the daily. My battery set up, mate, I got a 200 amp lithium and then like Enerdrive, and yeah, got the whole Enerdrive system basically, mate. 1000 watt inverter, all the basic sort of stuff, DC to DC, 240 charger. So I just want it done a bit tidier. So yeah, but the battery's down in there somewhere. So anyway, guys, been on here for 100 minutes, so pretty long live feed, but just thought I'd get on and hang out for the arvo. So I'll catch us all in the next video. Probably next weekend, next video. So induction on the cards, nah, have no need for it. Just use the gas, keep it simple. So turn this thing around. Righto, so yeah, I'll catch you legends in the next video. I'm gonna go and make some dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner, no idea. Gonna go and pull apart the freezer and see what's in there. So righto, no worries. See you, Rod. See you, boys. See you, gents. See you, ladies. Catch you all in the next video. Hooroo.